A combined harvester at work on a rice field at the Botanga irrigation scheme near Kumbungu in the northern region. Some 900 farmers are engaged in various dry season cropping, including rice, vegetable and maize. This is one of the canals that pumps water into the rice fields at Botanga irrigation farms. It runs by gravity, which means that once you open the valve, the water automatically runs into the field. They do not use any machine to pump it. Set up in 1980 by the former president, Dr. Hilary Mann, the Botanga irrigation scheme is one of the few sites in the country that pulls water by gravity. The irrigation scheme on a large tract of land takes its source from the tributaries of the White Volta River, the same source which supplies the Via and Tono irrigation schemes in the Upper East region. The schemes were developed to promote all year-round farming for the regions that have single crops in a season. The Irrigation Development Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, spearheads the activities of the scheme. We headed to the drying floors, where many people were busily working whilst buyers waited to purchase the rice. One of the farmers, Joseph Colville, feels the buyers dictate the prices for the farmers.
You come, you harvest your rice, come and keep it like this. You have to dry it. So after drying and winnowing, you have no say in it again. The farmers, the aggregators, they bring their people and they bag the rice in these long sacks after dictating the price to you. After the price, then you don't have anything. You tell them whatever you tell them your production cost, they won't understand you. Theirs is what profit they are going to make. So farmers have nothing to say. You can go, there are no banks also supporting farmers here. When you take everything from your house and come and produce, at the end you don't break through.
But the main problem is lack of market, according to Al-Hassan Mahama.
In
northern Ghana, up to 80% of the population are into farming, and they mostly depend on rain-fed agriculture. But as the rains become more erratic with dwindling yields, irrigation schemes such as the Botanga irrigation facility have become viable alternative for the people here. But the farmers are desperately calling for help to sustain their livelihood, as Colville and his colleagues see a bleak future if no help comes their way.
We really look at the future to be bleak, because if farmers farm on their own, you are promoting dry season farming. The farmers farm. The farmers are not farming to consume. They are farming also to sell, get money, take care of their families, pay their school fees, their hospital bills, and other things. So if you sell, if you get the rice, you get your produce, come and after paying your minor debts, and there's nothing left for you. What you were expecting to get, you can't get it. So in effect, the dry season farming will not help you.
The farmers at Botanga produce their rice for direct milling, which means the rice does not dry on the field. But due to inadequate rice milling factories in the north, the farmers are compelled to depend on aggregators from the south. Avanice is the only rice miller in the northern region at the moment, but Avanice pricing is considered unfavorable by the farmers, according to Isahaku Mohammed Al-Hassan and Joseph Tong Colville.
Avanice has been here on several occasions, but the pricing of Avanice has not been favorable to we farmers here. Well, the fact is that Avanice deals with upland farms as well as the irrigation, and the conditions on the irrigation project is different from those of the outside fields. Cost of production on the irrigation scheme is higher than cost of production on the upland fields. So if you are going to use conditions of the upland as a yardstick to buy rice on the projects here, you see that the farmer feels is at a disadvantage. So anytime they come here, is the pricing that normally drives them away, because they will not, the price they offer us will not make us break even.
So Avnash have got their own conditions, which farmers actually find it difficult to comply with. Their conditions are that you, the farmer, after farming, one, you have to bring the rice to their center there for them to buy. Two, they have to do some grading. And this grading, they take the rice there, come and tell you, this price, I mean, this is your rice is grade 1, your rice is grade 2, your rice is grade 3. And every grade has its price. So when they come and tell you your rice is grade 3, so they are paying you so much, you have no say. And besides that, the payment will not be instant. They will give about 2 weeks or 3 weeks to come and pay. And you know, as farmers, this is the time we are shifting from the dry season into the wet season, which we have to continue. So on an irrigation project, as you see, we do 2 seasons, major dry season and wet season. So if you harvest in the dry season, you are preparing to enter in the wet season. You harvest in the wet season, you are preparing to enter in the dry season. So Avnash people, their conditions is something that the farmers are not able to comply.
Obede Samoa and Lucy Nso are buyers from Kumasi. They explain why they can't trade at the farmer's price.
To sell 300 cedis for 1 bag, but it's too high for the buyers. We buyers want to buy it 250 Ghana, but they don't agree that. But we sellers, we buyers, we agree to buy it 270. So that's the whole buyers agree.
So how much are you buying a bag?
27.
27? Why not 300?
300? It will not help us.
Why?
Those who are buying the rice, we sell it in large scale. We are not going to sell it 1-1. We are going to sell it in large scale. So according to what we are selling, if we just use to measure this one, it won't help us. The 27 is too much for us to even buy it. We wanted it to be 25. This rice, nothing in, we are just buying it because we don't have rice to sell. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
This rice is having a lot of sausage. See, the green in it is too much. The green in it, no, some are having green. See this rice, it's very, very greenish. This one is well ripe. This one is very, very green. This one, they need to leave it for 1 week or 3 weeks before they harvest it, so that it will be well for us.
The farmers say they are also not getting adequate support from the government by way of subsidized inputs for seasonal farming, aside from the difficulty they face in accessing credit from the banks.
Because there is no support coming from the government, like this subsidized fertilizer I'm talking of. The subsidized fertilizer, they take care of only rainy season, forgetting that in the dry season we have farmers as well. Dry season is the major season for irrigation farmers. And here's the case, we don't get fertilizer at the subsidized price. So we are expecting that for things to go on well, one, the government should consider irrigation farmers, the dry season farmers. We farm in the dry season, so the government should consider us with the subsidized fertilizer. The government should consider looking at market for us.
Overbargaining and underpricing have remained a challenge for some farmers, but perhaps an advantage for produce buyers, especially in sectors where standard measurements are not followed. Maxwell Sook, Citi News, Botanga.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our Citi TV YouTube channel for more videos on the Business Dashboard.
Tune in and stay updated on the key business news stories of the day with Business Dashboard every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Citi TV.